So welcome to the next video in Module 6 of the New Patients on Tap, where we're doing all things internal marketing. In this video, we're going to be talking about direct mail, as in post, new patient welcome marketing, and also a referral reward, word of mouth generating direct mail marketing system. So let's get stuck into it. So the first one we're going to talk about is patient welcome and upsell systems. So when a patient arrives for the first time in your clinic, it is an opportunity for you to make a great impression on that patient. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to set the tone for your long-term relationship and let them know of all of the services that you provide. So you might find somebody who comes in with one particular issue, not realizing that you do something else. And you want to also encourage them to spread the word. So you're looking to make a good impression, you're looking to show them all the other things you can do, and you're trying to also let them know that you reward patients like them who refer other people to you. So this can all be achieved very simply with a direct mail piece, which we call the New Patient Welcome Letter. And you will find this available to download where you're watching this video. So this consists of a signed letter thanking them for choosing your clinic over all others, and an upsell letter explaining all of the other services that you offer and asking for referrals. If you think about how many times have you gone to a business and you spent money, how often has a business ever said thanks to you afterwards? I would guess never. And what this does, it allows you to set yourself aside from your competition and to also upsell and show what else you can do for them in the future. So what I'll do now is I'm going to show you how this can be done very simply. And remember, these are available to download from wherever you're watching this video. So here's a template of the new patient thank you letter that I use in my clinic, and I would encourage you to do something similar. It doesn't have to be exact same. Now, obviously you can swipe and deploy this. This is, like I said, available wherever you're watching this to use. And it's very simple. It's printed on headed paper by your admin team for every single new patient that walks in the door. And it says, "Dear John Doe, I know you attended my clinic in the past few days, and I just wanted to take this opportunity to genuinely thank you for trusting us with your health and your well-being personally. I know how hard it can be to go to a new clinic and place your care in their hands. I am aware that you could have gone to any number of clinics but decided to pick us. We are a small family-run clinic with 11 staff, 5 partners, 8 kids, 4 dogs, 2 cats and 1 goldfish, all dependent on patients just like you. We know how lucky we are that we have patients just like you, and I hope some of that luck rubs off on you. Warm regards." And it's signed by me. And then we have a PS. "Are you aware of a referral award scheme? If you recommend us to patients or to friends or family, they tell us that you sent them, we will give you a gift as a free session." So you can see it's not that difficult, and what happens is it's signed here by one of the admin team using my name, and it's signed here again putting their name at the front. Now this is put in a yellow envelope. We don't put it in a normal envelope, we put it in a yellow envelope so that when they get all of their post, it's going to be one of the first ones that they open. So you could use any bright color that you have to hand. But we also do not put a return stamped address on it, because we don't want them looking at that envelope and thinking this is just from another business, I'm not going to open it. So the envelope is brightly colored. It's handwritten address. There's no return to indicate that it's from a business. And inside with that, we also have then an upsell letter, which I'll show you now. So this is our upsell letter. And basically what it does is the headline is that there's a free gift if they read on. Okay, so it just explains to them what we do. It then explains the other services that we provide. So we do chiropody, we do podiatry, gait assessment, blah, blah, blah. And then we have on the back page, so that's the front page, and on the back page is a gift certificate. So below is a gift certificate for you to give the loved one that you may be worried about. Sometimes we just need a little encouragement to take the first step, getting back fit and active. And the gift certificate is send a friend a free foot pain assessment. And it lets them come in for free to my clinic. Again, it's another lead magnet direct response. Now, what we do is we print this on a very bright color. So in my clinic, we print this on orange paper. So they get the normal letter thanking them on headed paper, hand signed, and it wrapped up with it is this bright orange paper which they're likely to read. And we fold it in such a way that when they take it out of the envelope, the first thing they see is gift certificate. And it's a nice, simple way of internal marketing to your clients, saying thank you for what you do, showing them I do all these other things, and encouraging them to send more people like them to us. What does it cost? The price of a stamp. Now, you can also set this up and have it automated running through your email. And we do both. And I would recommend you do both. The email is so simple to do. Why would you not do it? But the direct mail, running it through the direct mail through post is more effective, and you will absolutely get a good return for the work that you have to put in. You set up the system, you delegate it to your admin team, and you make sure that they're following through on it. So we'll go on now and we're going to talk about our referral reward system, or how can you generate more word of mouth. Okay, so what you'll find is that most clinics have marketing that is word of mouth, but unfortunately it's the sole marketing that they do. So you'll ask them, what marketing do you do? I do word of mouth, which basically means that they depend on other people, other medics to send them work, but they have no system to make sure that it's happening or to encourage it. And that is not a good way to run your business. You're solely dependent that hopefully somebody will send you some work. And what we're going to do here is we're going to show you a system that you can set up quite simply, have your admin team run for you, that will encourage it and make that far more reliable. So like I said, it can be done as follows. Find out where every single new patient that comes to you is from. Where did they find out about you? Were they sent by a friend or family member? Were they sent by Mary next door? Were they sent by Bernadette in work? Whoever. And then when they've been sent by somebody, a friend or a family member, you will send that person who sent them a reward for recommending your clinic. We call this a referral reward system. So if it's a medic that sends them, obviously it is not ethical or appropriate to send them a reward. And we will deal with that in a later section of this internal marketing module. But it's absolutely appropriate and ethical to send them a thank you to people, non-medics, so a friend or a family member who's recommended a new patient to you. You do this by sending them a thank you card or a letter, which again is handwritten like the welcome card, and you're going to have a gift inside of it. So gifts can include vouchers, free appointments, etc. And I've tried all of these. So some examples that I've done in the past is I have sent a letter out to thank people for sending someone and telling them how lucky I am to have them as someone who's recommending me, and that I hope that some of that luck rubs off on them. And what do I have in the card? Only 2 or 3 scratch cards. Doesn't cost me a whole lot. We've tried in the past where we give vouchers. So we talk to a local shop, maybe like a wine shop or a cafe, and we would have vouchers from them, and it would entitle the patient to maybe a bottle of wine if it's a big referral, or it might be a coffee down in the local cafe. And should they use those vouchers, then what we will do is we will pay the cafe afterwards. But what we're doing at the moment, and what personally I have found the most effective for us, is actually a golden ticket for a free appointment. So this will entitle that person to come in for not just a normal free consultation or free assessment, but an actual treatment, an actual appointment. It might be a free massage, it might be a free chiropody if you're a podiatry, if you're a foot clinic, who knows what it will be, but something that's of monetary value. And I'm going to show you an example of how we do that now in my own referral reward kit. Now remember that you can also access and download copies of this wherever you're watching this video. So again, here is the letter that we send for our referral reward. So this again is sent on headed paper. It's all done already, so simply they have to type it up or just have to print it off. And it says, "Dear Joe Blogs, we recently had a patient who mentioned your name attending our clinic as having recommended us." Obviously, we don't tell them who the patient was for GDPR reasons. "We are extremely grateful for your vote of confidence in our abilities. As a sign of our gratitude, we would like to give you a golden ticket for our clinic to use as you wish. This voucher is limitless and has no expiry date. As you're probably aware, we here at Achilles Foot Clinic depend heavily on word of mouth referrals, and we understand we'll be nowhere without loyal patients like you. This letter is a gift that you can use yourself or give to a friend you feel would be appreciated, entitling you to a 100% free 30-minute podiatry or 30-minute chiropody appointment. Obviously, you can change this now to whatever it is you're doing. Please note, this golden ticket is your voucher. Keep it safe, and it must be presented to avail of this gift. So I don't have any terms, I don't have runs out of date or any of that sort of stuff. And then I have here, P.S. if you're recommending us to anyone else, make sure they mention your name, as we want to say thank you. So they get this on a headed paper. It goes in a gold foil envelope, so as shiny as we can possibly get it. Again, a handwritten envelope, so when it comes in the door, they're looking and they're going to open that one before anything else, because it's not a bill, it's not from a business, and again, we've no return stamped address on it because we don't want them thinking it's from a business, it's a bill. So they open it straight away, they read this letter, and what pops out? Only a ticket like this. So we have these printed off. This is a special gift from Achilles Foot Clinic, golden ticket. This golden ticket entitles you to a free 30-minute chiropody or podiatry appointment. Call now to book your appointment. And patients will come in and they'll be waving this in the air. And you can use the back of the ticket if you wish to show the other things that you do also. So it's quite simple. What I would encourage you to do is you don't necessarily have to do what I do, but start with something. Start with some sort of gift that you know your patients will be happy to receive. What you want to make sure is that all of your patients are aware of this scheme, and you will do that by letting them know in the emails that you send when they get their welcome sequence, in the letters that you send with the welcome sequence. You can have signage inside in the clinic, and we will talk about this later on in this module. But it's important that your patients are aware that this is happening and that this is possible for you. You will find certain patients will latch onto this and they will send you a significant amount of work. Be generous with your gift. The worst thing to do is to give a half-hearted gift. Think of it as an investment. How much are you willing to spend to get a new patient? If you know the lifetime value of your patients, and when I say lifetime value, really if you know how much the average patient is going to spend over the next 2 years with your clinic, that's what you want to think. I'm willing to spend X to get one of those in that door. And think outside the box. So we've done things such as massage vouchers. We've done sending patients for manicures. Like I said, we've done bottles of wine, all sorts of stuff. You got to test and see what works for your clinic. And the aim is to turn your patient into a new patient generating machine, which is self-perpetuating. So if you have one patient, they send in 2 more, and they send in 2 more, suddenly you're at 5 patients for little cost other than maybe a letter in the post, and on and on and on. And that's how you can scale your business with a word of mouth marketing system that is reliable and repeatable. And once set up and delegated to your admin team, will continue to work for you day in, day out, week in, week out. So for your homework, what I will ask you to do is to write up your own new patient welcome letter and upsell letter. Like I said, you're quite welcome to swipe and deploy my one, which we found and tested and found to be very good. And also devise your own clinic referral award scheme. Again, you can use ours for inspiration. Once you've done them, I'd like you to put them into the private Facebook group for the New Patients on Tap, and we will give you some feedback on what we think. And I will see you in the next video where we'll do a little bit more work on internal marketing.